Hey guys, what's going on? It is Greg, and today is like a holiday for me. It's like a really exciting day. Every year for like the last 10 years, I've watched Apple's keynotes, and today is an Apple keynote day, and so we are gonna go watch it, and we're gonna see what they announce, and then I thought in this video I'd just give a recap of some of the things that they announced and my initial impressions and thoughts on that. So if you would enjoy that, just stick around for a little bit longer, and let's hope they do some great things. Let's go. Alright guys, I just finished watching the keynote and I even took notes. Are you proud of me? It's like I'm back in school or something. I don't do many of these talking head type videos, so I would love to give your thought. Is this something that you guys want to see more of? Do you like more of like the cinematic stuff I shoot? But if you like these talking head type videos, make sure, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Say this was helpful for you. I'll do more of them if this is kind of what you like. If not, then let me know that too. Just finished up watching the Apple keynote event. It was really all about the Apple Watch and the new iPhones. One thing I really liked was that it started with an intro video, and they always start with intro videos, but this one was very playful and fun, and I feel like that side of Apple is always more interesting, more entertaining to me. Sometimes they do these like really serious, really artsy type things, and I think fun Apple is more the Apple that I connect with, so I really appreciated that video. And then the first thing they talked about, sorry, I have my notes here, but I'm holding them. Hope that's okay. They talked about the Apple Watch first, and I've had this guy. I've had my Apple Watch since the very beginning. I think this was like Series 0, like before there were even like a Series 1. I think they came out with the Apple Watch, and then like 6 months later or a year later, they updated it. And it was pretty much same, just a couple differences. And so I have like the very, very first early thing. And this is my most loved and most hated Apple product because I can't leave home without it or else I feel naked. But also the battery only lasts about half the day, so I end up not having it the last half of the day. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for Apple to announce a new one, and they finally did. Overall, I'm really happy with the upgrades. I'm definitely going to be upgrading to the Apple Watch Series 4. I'll be pre-ordering, hopefully. Maybe it'll be my birthday gift or something. I turned 30 this month. I saw the leaks earlier, and so most of us expected and knew kind of what was coming out. But there was a part of me that, since Apple sent out the invites to this event and it was called Gather Around, I was hoping that that was like a play, that it would be a round watch face. And the square one's fine. I just think circle looks nicer. Maybe it's not as functional. I don't know. So I feel like that was a missed opportunity. And then they made the display larger. They made the thickness. So like this guy's pretty thick. I don't know how well you can see. But they made them thinner, and that's always great. They added a bunch of cool health features, heart tracking features, fall detection, all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn more about that, I'm sure there's going to be tons of explanations and blogs and stuff out there. I'm really just trying to give an overview and my first initial thoughts. But overall, this is a great kind of they said it was all brand new, but it's really, in my opinion, more of an iterative update. Like, it looks really similar. It has most of the same functions, and everything's just a little bit better, which is what I needed. Because, like I said, I love this thing. I just hate that it dies so fast because it's so old, and it's so slow. And so those are the things they've changed and updated, and I'm really looking forward to that. Now let's move on to something I am more split on, and that is the new iPhones. So they announced new iPhones, the 10s and the 10s Max. Max is a terrible name, by the way, but that's what we got. A bunch of new colors, all kinds of new stuff. I think the new gold color in the 10s is actually kind of ugly, but that's just my thought. Really, two main things that stuck out to me with the new 10s. The first being is that they made it more durable all the way around. So the glass is supposed to be more durable, and they made it's more splash and dust proof. In fact, it's more waterproof. I don't really worry about water in my phone getting on it right now, my 10, but even better, This next one's supposed to be better, and so I am all for that. And then the other big upgrade in the 10s is that they added a better camera system, and so they talked a lot about how the image processing was better, and of course it gets better every year, but like as a photographer, you can only push a sensor so far. No matter how good the processor is, you can only push it so far. And so I was really excited they announced a slightly larger sensor, and so I'm interested to see what the image quality of that. Ever since I got my cameras, that one I'm shooting on now and then my other one, I don't really use my phone for video or photo as much, and I don't know that this is going to make a difference, to be honest, but I'm willing to give it a shot. It's nice to have your phone, be able to just take a quick picture with your phone, but those are usually reserved more for like informational type photos rather than like artistic type photos. And then they also upgraded the Face ID to make it faster. I've never had a problem. I know a lot of people complain about Face ID on the iPhone 10. I love it. I think it's so much better than Touch ID. Sure, maybe it was a little bit slower, but the function of like not actually having to touch it, it just kind of works when you look at it, is awesome. And so the fact that they updated it in this next version, I think, is really great. Here's the thing that I feel really split on. Is so the updates that they did to the 10s and the 10s Max are really those durability updates and then the camera updates, and I don't really use my camera on my phone very much. And then they announced the 10R, which is like more of just like stripped down just the essentials of what an iPhone should be like. And I really kind of feel like the 10R, this might be the first time that I don't buy the high-end flagship iPhone. I'm fine with not as good of a camera. I'd like to actually save some money when I purchase it. It has an LCD screen instead of an OLED screen. It's a Retina display instead of a Super Retina display. It uses aluminum instead of steel. Like, those are really the only differences. There's not a huge compromise that you have to make, and so I feel really split. There's this part of me that's like, I've always had the best, the nicest, the flagship model of iPhones, and so the 10s Max is like, part of me is like, that's my gut. That's what I should go for, because that's what the types of iPhones I've had in the past. The more reasonable side of me that's like, maybe you don't need the best anymore. Like, you don't take photos. You don't need all that extra stuff. I will say the one thing that's pulling me towards the Max is the larger screen and the higher resolution display. As a photographer, I love every pixel I can get, like being able to see it, being able to blow it up. I'd love to see my pictures on those phones, and so I feel really split about it. I know probably most of you do too. Let me know down in the comments down below. Leave some thoughts. What are you guys thinking? Is the R better value than the S? Is the S Max, is that the way to go because it's the flagship, and Apple always does really amazing stuff with their flagship devices? I feel very split, and I don't know what to do, but if you've enjoyed this type of video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new around here. Leave comments down below with your thoughts on this Keynote event, and I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this different type of video for the channel. Take it easy. Peace.